Okay, I'm going to unmould the soap. I have my trusty plastic bowl today. Let me get some gloves. And take my jacket off. I've laid out some space now. I'll show you actually. I've just moved some soaps and stacked them in a different way just for now. So I've got some extra space down there, and I've just lined my shelf just with some greaseproof paper, and that'll help. I got coffee too. It's still early yet this morning. It's only about 9:30, 9:45. On Sunday, which is it's Mother's Day today as well, so I'll go see my mum sometime today. My mommy. Okay, so that's the bottom, and I'll cut them into logs first. Nice thing about being here today is there's no other noise from the building. Usually it's quite a busy little place because of all the people going in and out for treatments in the salon, so yesterday was just really busy, but not in here, but I can hear things and it's kind of a bit annoying really. When you want some peace, and I suppose when you're paying for peace, then it really makes a difference. So I was making soap in here yesterday, and it was just a bit weird because I wasn't used to just having my own, you know, I mean used to people's noises and sounds from different things. It was just like, oh God, where's the cat? But I'll get used to it, I'm sure. It'll take a while. Go right down there. Well, this is a tricky one. So I'm going to try and get these logs in the right place without them going wonky. Bear with me a second, just haven't planned this perfectly yesterday, so I'm having to sort of go along a usual guide of how wide a bar is to get it cut. Look at that. Okay. Should be alright. Pop you up a bit so I can cut it and you can see. One thing it is nice is there's a lot more space. To have this 3-metre worktop is just so massive for me. My home one is about 2/3 of the size of that, and I still don't get all of that to use anyway. There's the inside of Lagoon. The lighting in here is a bit odd as well. It's quite grey, but it could just be the worktop. And I haven't got the blinds open yet. I've left them closed. Okay. Last one. And an end piece. Okay, so I've got my 3 logs. And I will cut it up. It's so quiet in here. I need a radio. Okay. Just make a bit of space. Thingy and shove it up there. Okay. So the next thing I need is a tank still. Okay, I've done that a bit too, that mill too wide, that's alright. Yeah, I need a tank so this time can be saved. But I'm just going to have to wait until sales pick up again. Gone a bit slack the last few days. It's probably because it's just mid-month and people haven't got any money at the moment, which isn't great, but we'll see how we do. So my first priority now is to get this rent paid every month, so I've got to make sure before anything else that that's done, and then I can think about ingredients and all that kind of stuff. I've got enough at the moment. The only thing I'm waiting for now is some olive wax, which I need to do my batch of body whip, so wait for that to come. And I'm trying to buy everything in bulk so that I'm saving money, but obviously you have to spend a lot more in the beginning to get those bulk ingredients in. So I've done a few bits and pieces like my surfactants and things like that. Rather than buying 1 or 2 litre bottles, I'm now onto the gallon cans and 5 litre cans and things like that. And then my oil from the wholesaler for my soap, I'm buying 20 litre cans, and it is going to make a difference to the pricing. The prices will stay the same on the website. I mean, for me it's just going to mean that I free up a bit more. It's hardly anything, it's only pence per bar, but it will make a difference and it will help with the cost of running this place, because obviously it's a big overhead that I'm not used to, and I don't spend lots of money anyway on things I don't need, but now it's like you can't spend anything on things you don't need, so no little treats for a while. It's kind of depressing, but not really, because I've got what I wanted. So the end piece just needs to be chopped. I'm going to try my hardest to make it work, so hopefully it will all be alright. If other people can do it, then I can do it too. Oh yeah, bugger. Where are we? Just going to try and trim that up on that side, because it's not going to sit right on its side in that mould. Sorry, in the cutter. So bits for soap balls. That's better. God, it's like a morgue in here. It's so quiet. Me no likey. It'll be alright once I've got a radio, I think. So Lagoon is one of the first soaps I ever made, if you didn't know that. And it's a teal green. This is picking up too grey, but it's a teal green with white swirls and a highly peaked top. And it's changed a little bit. I never used to do the high peak top, but I think it looks quite pretty. Even though it's an all natural soap, I wanted it to look a little bit different, so kind of like a waves on the top really. But it's also my very own favourite soap. I've got a few left in stock, not many. How many have I got? About 5 left. That's if none of the orders require them at the moment. But yeah, try and keep on top of this one because it's a favourite, and it's been in the range since I started. So I would say almost 6 years ago I made this one. And it's a nice blend of lavender essential oil, geranium essential oil and patchouli essential oil, and inside it has organic cocoa butter, some Australian olive green clay, and that's about it. Bit of colour, just a tiny bit of oxide just to make that tealy green colour, but I mean like a tiny bit, there's hardly anything in there. It's quite pale, but it does the job. Okay. I'm just going to leave this video rolling. You can always click away if you're getting bored. But I'll do this last log. End cuts. So I've got more soaps to make. I'm going to do a batch of Potion 8, a batch of Lemonade Lounger. I'm not sold out of them, I'm just going to top them up so we can promo some wholesale and I'll have enough in stock. That was my aim, and offering wholesale at maybe a cheaper price if I can do some larger batches. So that would be good, and maybe get a few more people interested, because I don't really promote wholesale that much. I don't really like doing it. There are several reasons why I won't, and I don't really want to do it, but I won't go into it. But sometimes I think it's a good thing, and sometimes I think it's a bad thing for the maker, but it, you know, we'll see. But I suppose if I can make much larger batches, so I want to do double this really, so we've got almost like a 100 bar batch, then I won't be stressing about the fact that I've got to keep making it over and over and over again. I can just get enough made to keep me going. And these larger batches last a lot longer for retail sales anyway, but if I can do doubles, then that would be even better. So I need a larger soap making pot, and maybe an industrial mixer, like a stick blender, I mean. Just so I can do some much larger batches. That would be cool. And these end cuts, I'm not sure if they're going to be big enough for actual bars of soap. They might be. If they're not, then they'll just be samples. They're quite large, but they're not that big. They're not as big as the others, I don't think. To cut them wider, but then you'd have to change the packaging, and I can't be dealing with all that. These will probably be samples. If they were end cuts, let's have a look. Okay, so regular bar is about 130 grams, which is 4.6 ounces. 4.3, so they're between 4 and 5. Some of them go a bit bigger. 4.7. Larger ones, 4.8. So I always say between 4 and 5. That's 4.5. 4.5. 4.8. 4.2. So that will probably go down too low. So I'll cut that one into samples, but these might be okay. Okay, so that's Lagoon cut up. Show ya. There we go. So as you can see, nice crunchy bars. It's very rustic, this soap, I love it. And it smells so good. Just as I describe it, it's like getting a cool shot of fresh air and water. It's gorgeous. So yeah, that's Lagoon, and I'll put that on the shelf, and I will be back with another video as soon as I've got something to show you. But at the moment, I've just got to get my making head on, and yeah, we'll see how we do. Okay, take care everyone. Bye.